This man never imagined, just because he failed to awaken his family's offensive magic. Instead, he awakened the universally acknowledged most useless production-type magic. He was ruthlessly sent to the edge of the territory by his father. Little did they know how powerful Jack's creativity truly was. With nothing but the blueprint in his mind, he could build a mansion in 6 or 7 seconds. But there is a reason production magic is considered useless. Activating it consumes an extreme amount of mana. Most people struggle to create even a single item, but Jack can use it non-stop for an entire day without any effect on him. Yet just moments ago, Jack arrived only to find the village under attack. The vice captain believed they could handle it if everyone joined the fight, but the adventurers refused to participate. Their escort mission was already completed. Helpless, the vice captain could only ask them to protect Jack. The butler rejected his proposal. If the vice captain died, then ruling this village would have no future. But they didn't know the butler was also a 4-element mage, and fully capable of fighting. He planned to first construct a defensive barrier, let the adventurers stay behind it and attack from range, while the knights launched a surprise attack from both sides. He would act as bait to draw the attackers' fire. Jack knew this meant the butler had a high chance of dying, but neither the butler nor the knight order could be allowed to fall here. They were crucial to the territory's development. Besides, if anything happened to them, his father would be the first to come after him, so he ignored the maid's attempts to stop him, and insisted on acting as the bait himself. As a lord, protecting his people was his duty. This reminded the adventurers of not long ago, when they heard they'd be guarding a noble. He scoffed at nobles, believing none of them were any good, yet Jack personally came forward to thank them. In such a short time, he changed their view of nobles. Since Jack wasn't afraid of death, they wouldn't back down either. Everyone admitted they underestimated his resolve. After all, nobles they'd met before only knew how to talk, so they decided to carry out the butler's plan. The butler erected the barrier and attacked from afar. The adventurers and knights charged from both sides. The plan went smoothly. The attackers, faced with sudden reinforcements, quickly fell into chaos. The bandit leader saw the tide had turned, and tried to escape through an opening in the barrier, not forgetting to strike at a nearby mage on the way. Jack bluffed to draw the leader's attention, then sidestepped the incoming strike. His bodyguard seized the moment and cut the leader down. The mage was truly stunned by the scene. The remaining 6 or 7 attackers were all captured. The adventurer's commission ended there, but John became interested in Jack. Even though he wouldn't earn money, he wanted to stay and observe. Another team had other jobs and had to leave. The rest trusted John's judgment and chose to stay. Besides, Jack had just saved the girl's life. As they entered the village, they found it in ruins, and the villagers were all gaunt and malnourished. They learned the village had been attacked several times just this year, back when the Count ruled. The Knight Order still patrolled regularly, but ever since the Marquis faction took over, this place seemed forgotten, because the taxes the village could pay were negligible, so it was deemed unworthy of protection. Jack knew complaining would do nothing, though nobles bore much responsibility. The root cause was the kingdom's flawed system. If the system couldn't be changed, he could only change the village himself. He had 3 temporary strategies. First, create value the kingdom couldn't ignore. Second, earn money regularly to hire mercenaries. And third, personally rebuild the village for development. But the village had considered all these before, and none were easy to accomplish. Jack confidently declared he would give everything for the village, but they thought he was just a kid bragging. Seeing this, the butler quickly introduced himself as the Marquis family's chief steward, and Jack was a well-known prodigy in the capital. The vice captain also stepped forward to introduce himself. Everyone was stunned, but some villagers still worried about taxes. The previous 60 to 70% rate had already been unbearable. Seeing this, Jack immediately reduced it to 10%. Next, they needed to strengthen defenses. The